So this is the truth. You see? You see, you guys think that I'm just talking, I'm saying things and it sounds good. It's not. This is actually the truth. The other day I was talking about how, from a creative space, I always generate and create something that's beautiful, that reflective of me. I'm literally sitting here blowing my nose, my snot and my boogers from all of this crying, and I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, this looks like a rose. I look down at the paper towel in my hand, and look at this. Tell me this doesn't look like a rose. It absolutely looks like a rose. And did I try to create this like with effort? No, I was literally blowing my nose, and then I was twisting the paper towel up, and then I said, "Wow, this looks like a rose. Like, look how I created this from. It's like something beautiful from something that was kind of hurtful, from a place of pain." And I know that people say that about art, and they say that sometimes the worst pain can create the most beautiful art. I don't like that. I don't like that because I believe in us and our ability to create from a creative space, from a happy place. So that's what I'm going to choose to do. But what this is reflective of is the truth and the fact that I said that every time that I do something, it just creates something beautiful. And this is a beautiful fact of life to highlight about myself, because I come from a place where everybody's literally trying to pull me down and tell me I'm a piece of shit and I'm nothing and I'm nobody. Absolutely not. And my Eva Nunia has to see this as well. She has to see the fact that everything that she does, everything that she literally has the Midas touch, and she can. I gotta be careful with that because I don't trust this. Like I just mentioned, all the car stuff, and I don't trust like the situation. I don't trust these quote unquote vehicles. And the other day I got a call about that I'm included in some kind of class action lawsuit and et cetera, about did I want to join a class action lawsuit with my vehicle, my Range Rover. And I was just very suspicious of that. And again, I said we have to be careful about things that are convenient and why things happen, etc. Because I'm also in a place of my life that I'm just like, what is this? Like, I'm starting to question things. Like, if I accept something or if I take something, like, does this mean this? Like, so I had to very clarify, like, this isn't some kind of weird under the table type transaction. Absolutely not. This has to be like something that actually legitimately, legally, and lawfully makes sense for me. And it's not that I'm so about the law and the legalities of things, because the same law that failed us for several years is the same law that I am literally disgusted with. So, anyways, what I'm saying though is I understand how those things can play a part in our life, and how it's easy for someone like me that's in a vulnerable place to like just take whatever comes my way, because that's what parasites do. That's what bottom feeders do. That's what people who don't have anything else or any other options do. Those people, they don't have the ability to create like we do. They don't have the ability to generate anything that's worth value, that has any value attached to it. So those people literally have to lie, cheat, and steal because they can't generate anything like legitimately. They don't have any skill, talent, or capability about them at all. And even me being an adult with disabilities is like, I have legitimate disabilities. Can I get a witness for anybody that could ever be with me? My Evie Nuni is the first person to say I've seen and I've experienced my mother on multiple levels, and I understand that she does actually have legitimate things about her. She actually does have legitimate conditions and disabilities as an adult with disabilities. And so, even with those kind of limitations, I guess, that I'm experiencing, like, I'm still capable of creating something beautiful, and I'm so fortunate for that, and I'm so happy to see that about myself, because I know how easy it is to not be able to see that through all of the smoke, through all of the situation. It's not easy to stay connected to my truth, who I am, my identity, remind myself of who I am. It's so easy to get sucked in to what the situation, whatever anybody's dealing with. And coming from a place that this is not my first rodeo, like this is not my first, my first kind of challenge, I'm only expecting myself to get better, honestly. I'm only expecting myself to continue to build and grow upon what I'm experiencing. And that's the mentality that I have now that I didn't have before. And I guess that's maturity. Since I'm 41, I'll be 42 pretty soon. And my beautiful Evie Nunia, this is her last year of being a teenager, and then she'll be considered a young adult, and she'll be another beautiful golden year for her. And I want to see her living her life, and I love her so much, and I want her to be able to always see the beauty that I see about her, to always see the reason that things happen, even if those things are not what we would actually like favorably choose for it to happen, but to see the truth in it all, to be able to see the truth in everything that's happening and anything that we're dealing with, to be able to see the beauty that we are, the value that we have, and why and how in the particular situation or the circumstance, how we can make a difference and how we can stay connected to one another, most especially, and to be able to remind each other of our truth. Don't get lost in all of it. No, when you're able to see yourself and have that internal kind of peace, I guess, in all of the chaos, you'll be able to, it's a light. There's a light that shines within me, as cliche as that sounds. There's a light that shines within Maivi Nunia, and that's something that will see us out of the darkness and out of the chaos. Like, that's the clarity above the confusion that I'm always talking about. I'm not always able to really process my own thoughts, feelings, and emotions because I'm so overwhelmed with everything. I'm not always able to like put the words to it. Sometimes I'm never at a loss for words, but sometimes I am consumed with everything that I'm dealing with, and I just can't, like, there's a, like the buffering wheel on the computer, like it's loading and it's buffering and it's slow, right? And I've been told that many times. I've been told, you're slow. Like, I might be slow or whatever, but I mean, I'm beautiful. Okay, I'm not ugly. I'm not slow and ugly. I'm slow and beautiful. Okay, just like a turtle. Like the turtle and the rat. I mean, the turtle in the, excuse me, the rabbit and the rat in the. Why do I want to say rat race? I don't know. We're definitely not a rat, but there isn't anything wrong with rats either. Like, rats have a life too, and so, anyways, honestly, it's the fact that we reflect the life that we are and the life that we deserve to be living. You understand? Even though we're in a situation or circumstance, the environment seems very toxic. It doesn't look all fancy schmancy, whatever. But we can honestly say, you know what? I got something about myself that I know. I have to, like, if I'm gonna like Photoshop, for example, there's people that Photoshop. The other day I saw somebody on social media trying to pose with a car that wasn't even their car. Like, how are you not embarrassed? And it was a guy. How are you calling yourself a man and you're literally trying to Photoshop yourself into a background that's not even your reality? And those type of people, they're trying to fake it to make it type shit. Like, those are the people that'll dress something up and try to push it to the max, and it's just like, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, and you ought to be like, somebody needs to tell you something, because that's something that some people would look at that and say, oh, like, bless your heart for trying, I guess. But I would honestly say, you know what, I don't respect that, because you're lying. You know what I mean? Like, and I see that to be a lie, and I don't really like that. I don't like the pretending and the things like that. That's not being creative. That's being fraudulent. Okay? And so there's a difference to understand about us and other people that we might so happen be in the same type of place with. We might be at the same store, for example, because we see the sale of $2.99 for a pack of 10 noodles, Top Ramen noodles. But we're not the same type of people, if that makes sense. Because what I created, literally, how did I create a rose and I'm literally blowing my nose? It's almost like I'm comforting myself. Like, I'm blowing my nose, I'm crying, and I'm looking ugly. Like, I'm literally ugly crying. And still, I created something beautiful that said, you're beautiful. Remember that you're beautiful. Remember that you can create something beautiful from this, and don't lose yourself. That's literally what this piece of paper towel just told me. This piece of paper towel just told, how did a piece of paper towel communicate this to me? You know, and a lot of other people, you would just see, oh, it's just a piece of paper towel. Yeah, it is a piece of paper towel, and its function is supposed to, like, absorb liquids and things. Like, it's supposed to be for cleanup, right? But look at this. I just multi-purpose this paper towel because that's what I am. Multi-purpose. Multi-everything. And just like when I start talking, right, it just becomes a thing where I just talk, and then it's more, and then it's more. And it's literally like me creating and building and stacking and just growing. And it's like, hell, are you saying this about yourself? Are you seeing the capability that you have to be able to build upon everything? And because it's something that I'm building from a place of truth, like, it's strong and it's solid, you know. And it isn't the fucking house on, or the castle on the sand. This is not a sand castle, okay? This is a brick house castle. This is monumental, that's going to stand the test of time, going to be historical, epic, and people are going to want to look at it. And they're going to want to see it. They're going to want to talk about it, etc. It's not what I'm trying to be. It's what I'm seeing about myself right now. But tell me how I have the eyes to see this beyond what's being told to me, the fucking lies. Because I understand the difference between the truth and the lie. Anyways, this is beautiful, and I want to give this to Maivi Nunia. I'm giving this to her right now virtually. Obviously, it's disgusting. It has my boogers on it, but that's why it's virtual, okay? Because you can look at it. And I love you, and I want to give this to you. Uma.